Hey students, I am coming to you from the land because I want to let you know about something that I teach about in psychology and make you aware that 70% of students say that they have issues with self-esteem during the opening of the school year. 70% is a big number, right? So I thought I'd talk to you about what it is and how you can help yourself to maintain higher self-esteem. Now look, sometimes self-esteem goes up, it goes down, and that's just part of life, just like happiness, just like sadness. There are ways that we can kind of help ourselves out of a dip, so let me tell you more about that. But first off, I'm your psychology teacher, Nicole Ritter, and I like to talk about stuff like running and mental health and things like that. So if this is something of interest to you, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to pay for a master's degree out of my own pocket. With your help, maybe I can get some YouTube cash flowing. Right now, not happening. But hey, we got a long way to go. Anyway, let's talk about what self-esteem is. Now, self-esteem is how we perceive ourselves, how we view ourselves. It can be positive and negative. It can be high or it can be low. And of course, having higher self-esteem is really going to shape the way that you experience middle school, high school. So if you're a middle school student, high school student, even entering into early years of college, self-esteem is integral to having a successful record as a student. And if it's down in the dumps right now, there are ways to prevent that. So let's get cracking on the ways that you can prevent it. But first, let me tell you about things that can upset your self-esteem. So one of the ways that we get lower self-esteem, of course, is maybe body changes and things going on in our teenage years, like puberty. Our body is changing and we don't always know what's going on. Our body chemistry can set our hormones out of whack, and that's a tumultuous time. So I know that as a teenager, what I did was I lashed out at people that I loved, and I didn't quite know why. And so that was one of the things that led to my self-esteem, lower self-esteem, because then I felt bad about myself, and oh, I shouldn't have said that to the people that I love, etc. I also didn't quite know where I fit in. So social anxiety was a contributor to lower self-esteem. I remember walking across the cafeteria one year, and I tripped and fell and lost my entire lunch on the floor, and it was those trays that are loud and clanky, and every eye I felt was upon me. Probably wasn't, but I felt like it was, and I'm the center of my own universe. So social anxiety and fitting in is a large social pressure for self-esteem. Other things in high school is that academic pressure. Your parents are putting pressure on you, your friends might, you might, and when we don't make the mark, that makes us feel bad about ourselves. So that leads to lower self-esteem. But there are ways around that too. Finally, social media, of course, can be a factor when it comes to the social anxiety and fitting in. And when you're back to the cafeteria, you're scanning the room for somebody that's familiar to you and looking for that friendly face. And they're not always there, but look for people that support you. All right, let's talk about ways that we can boost our self-esteem. And one is, I know it sounds corny, but it actually works. I do it occasionally when I'm feeling a little bit low. And that is just talk to yourself in the mirror. Give yourself a pep talk. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I can do this. I am capable. I am worthy. I deserve success. And you're going to get it. Once you focus on small wins, and that's another thing, is set achievable goals. If you have not gotten a 100% on a test yet, is it likely that you're going to get one on the next one? Maybe not. You have to do the work. And so set small goals. I'm not going to get 100 on this test, but I might get a 90. Set smaller and achievable goals. Do your homework. Do the work that it takes if you want that higher grade. Also, surround yourself with people that support you. Get friends that reach their hand out to you when you need it, and then you reach your hand back. So be a friend that you'd want to be in your life. Another way that we can boost our own self-esteem is do the things that we say we're going to do and live with integrity, and then we feel better about ourselves. So 3 quick tips. Talk to yourself in a positive way, and it doesn't have to be woo-woo, yay all the time. Just let yourself know that you're okay. You're doing the best that you can, just like everybody else. Remember this quote: when there's no enemy within, there can be no enemy without. That means that if I am not against myself, the without is everybody on the outside. So forget the haters and you do you. Let me tell you about a personal struggle or personal esteem issue person that I have seen in my teaching career. And I'm going to call this girl Jennifer, because I'm a Gen Xer and we grew up with all kinds of Jens and Jennies and Jennifers. So Jennifer, throughout high school, well, when she first started high school, she was really quiet and withdrawn, kind of shy. And she knew that about herself. And she also knew that she wanted to live the life of being somebody who was more outgoing. And so what she did was, she identified her weaknesses and she said, I'm going to turn my weaknesses into strength. She joined the debate team, and in doing so, she started to hone on her public speaking skills. Now, what does that do for you in the real world? It makes speaking to other people much more easy. More people become more approachable. And so as she was joining the debate club, she got friendships with people who also had that skill set and mindset that they wanted to be more outgoing and more efficient when it came to speaking. And Jennifer kind of turned her high school career around. Freshman year, joined the debate team. She started winning tournaments and competitions and became much more outgoing. She made lifelong friends, and today Jennifer is a public speaker. Now, I don't know what Jennifer's doing in the real world, but she was able to establish relationships that mattered to her. Also remember that your counselors and teachers, guys, we are your biggest fans for life. It's not like it ends when you become a high school graduate. We will always be in your corner. And your counselors are too. So if there's ever a time when life just seems like it's undoable, then you go up and see them. You go see the counselors, and they're going to do everything it takes to help you navigate this tough time in life. We are here to help, and we love you, and we want success, nothing but success for you. With high self-esteem or low self-esteem, we can navigate you through that. Now remember, here's what we've talked about. Self-esteem is the way that we perceive ourselves, the way that we feel about ourselves. It can be high, it can be low, it can be asi, it can be somewhere in the middle. And you're getting this from somebody who's never really had a problem with self-esteem because of my life in athletics. Like, I don't believe that there's an athletic thing that I can't do. Put me on a balance beam. I will rival Simone Biles right now. Just kidding. I know I can't do that, so I wouldn't attempt it. But I might try to do a pool table. I can run you on the pool table, even though I haven't played pool in many years. Anyway, I don't believe that there's much. I have a high level of what's called self-efficacy. That's for another lesson sometime. So if you're suffering from lower self-esteem, talk to a friend which will support you, set achievable goals, and seek out help from other individuals. Do the hard things, do the work. You can do it. Tell yourself you're capable. Believe in you like we believe in you, and you will get it done. All right, that's it for now, warriors. Let's go. Is there a way to pause? Yes. The humidity is really bad on my hair. And I don't really have a whole lot of hair. So I just tuck it. Well, it's the best I can do.